Hi, awesome AYCCG students. I have shown you all how to get to the 6.01 um, graded assignment part 1, where you are asking the 10 questions. I taught you how to do that in a CC session, which I have a link to on the Flip Recordings library, but I wanted to show you how to get to the 6.02 6.01 part 2 assignment. First off, you're going to go to you're going to go here to second semester. You're going to scroll to finding and keeping a job and looking for a job. Now, both of these assignments are right here. This is part 1 and this is part 2. I probably should put that in another order, but this is part 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to have written your 10 questions for the person who is in your chosen career field, meaning you're going to interview someone who already has a job that you would like to have when you grow up, graduate college, whatever. You're going to, in the career field of your interest, you are going to interview somebody. If you're having a hard time finding a person for your career field, you need to let me know, and I can help you out with that. But after you've asked that person 10 questions, and these questions should be questions that are more than just yes or no questions. They should be able to elaborate on the questions so that you can write a really good report, because that's part 2. That's what part 2 is. So if you go here and you click on part 2 and you open it up, you're going to have a Word document that's going to open over here on the side, and you're going to open that up, click Enable Editing. Now this part that's grayed was the first part. You, on this first part, developed your 10 questions. The rest of this is worth 40 points. So you're going to send the person the resume. You're going to be writing this unit along with your questions. Mainly, you just need to be sending the person your questions. I've instructed a lot of students who have asked, kind of their field is obscure, so they've had a little bit of a hard time finding somebody. So I've helped them, and I've told them to send an email that just says, "Hi, I'm a student at GCA. I was interested in interviewing you for a project we have where we have to interview somebody who is in a career field of our interest. And would you be willing to spare 15 minutes or so for me to either send you the questions or give you a call, or come and see you even? Would you be willing to spare some minutes and answer my questions?" And a lot of times those people are going to be really busy, and so they would prefer you probably to send your questions to them via email. And if that's the case, that's cool. Just send it to them via email, and then you've got their responses. Now, the interview report is worth 40 points. So these are the questions you're going to ask in your report, but you're not just going to ask these questions. I would like for this part to be in paragraph format, where you're actually reporting what you've learned. What's the career field, the company, the job of the person that you interviewed? What did you learn? What surprised you? What questions do you still have? And could this occupation be a good fit for you? So after you've interviewed them, do you think that this is something you would like to do? And do you think you want to pursue this occupation? And if you do, why or why not? So you're not just going to give the answers to their questions, and you're not just going to answer these questions. You're going to answer these questions, but in a paragraph form. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to write those questions, and you get 40 points if the report provided a complete description of the informational interview, the content was well developed, completely addressed all questions, and included excellent personal examples of support to support the content. So you gave a sufficient amount of information, a lot of information, pretty much. I feel like you understood the duties and responsibilities of that job, and you know if it's something you want to do after you do that, after you've interviewed that person. So that's basically what you're going to do. So you're going to write that report. You're going to write the report, and then you're going to go to Tools and Assignments, and you're going to find For some reason it's up here. 6.01, looking for a job part 2. At least this is if you're in my class and you're watching this, it's up there. But you're going to find that assignment. You're going to add a file, and you're going to add the file that you wrote it, with the report that you wrote. Did I just say that? That you wrote. You're going to add a file, and you're going to select that file, and then you're going to submit. And that is all you need to do for part 2 of that assignment. So you guys go forth and create your 6.01 part 2 assignments, and I will look forward to reading those. All right, bye bye.